J. Jenkins, you're sick for this one, baby. Hey, come on. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for the mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, what? Lady J, what? Lady J, huh? Lady J, what? Hey, hey, hey. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for your mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, let's go.
Hi, we're the brothers of Epsilon Sigma Lambda Chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And when we're in town, we watch Lady J. 1906.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady J. I am with the distinguished men of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, and it was founded December the 4th, 1906 at Cornell University.
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is the oldest intercollegiate historically African-American fraternity. It was initially started as a literary and social studies club organized at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. The organization later evolved into a fraternity with the motto, "First of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all." Today, the fraternity has almost 300,000 members and more than 750 college chapters and alumni chapters in Americas, Africa, Europe, the Caribbean, and Asia. It is currently the largest predominantly African-American intercollegiate fraternity and one of the 10 largest intercollegiate fraternities in the nation.
Man, I tell you, this black and gold is doing it today. All right, my brothers, tell me all about what it is you do in the community. But you know, we were speaking earlier about a great story, and I want you to share that with the audience.
Well, first of all, Lady J, thank you for coming and doing this. We are excited. Obviously, Epsilon Sigma Lambda Chapter of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated. We're excited about it. The story we were talking about was, you know, how can we really make a difference, right? How do we actually change the lives, make an indelible impact upon anybody within our own community? And I was telling the story of a little boy walking along the shore with his father, and they were trying to, you know, just kind of out, kind of looking at the water, having a good time. And the storm had come in the day before, washed all of these starfish up on the shore. And the little boy was picking up the starfish and throwing them back in the water, and a man comes along and says, "Hey, wait a minute, there's thousands of starfish out here. You think you're really going to be able to make a difference?" Little boy was acting like he didn't even hear the man. Stoops back down, grabs another starfish, throws it in the water, and says, "It made a difference for that one."
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do. Wow. We're just trying to make a difference for at least one, the one that we can reach, the one that we can teach.
That's awesome. And it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end.
Absolutely.
Because you make the world a better place.
Absolutely. We're trying to do that just one young man at a time, particularly through our fraternity.
Okay, so everybody just introduce yourselves. Let us know who you are.
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is LaShawn Jenkins, and I am a spring 2018 initiate into Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated by way of the Epsilon Sigma Lambda Chapter. I serve our chapter as the Educational Services Director, and so I oversee our mentoring programs and any educational programming that we do through the fraternity. My day job is I'm the principal at W.A. Patillo Middle School in Tarboro, North Carolina.
That's great.
Hi everyone, my name is Ian Davis. I'm a fall 2014 initiate into the Epsilon Sigma Lambda Chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I currently serve as the chapter president, and my day job is a QA specialist at Thermo Fisher.
Yes,
Sir.
And hi, I'm Robert Yarbrough. I actually pledged Delta Iota chapter at Rutgers University. April 21st will serve as my 35th anniversary with Alpha Phi Fraternity. I'm a proud member of Epsilon Sigma Lambda Chapter and serve as that Voteless People, Hopeless People chairperson. My day job, I'm a dual occupation pastor. I pastor here at Greater St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church, actually referred to as the Mark on the Mount. I'm also an operational excellence manager at Pfizer in Sanford.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
So can you share with us some of the activities that you've been involved with our young people and your mission and, how we can join in and help?
All right, so I'll start. So one thing that we do in Alpha is that we develop leaders and we promote academic excellence. We promote brotherhood while at the same time providing services and advocacy for our communities. And so one specific national program that we have within our fraternity, that is a national program, is our Go to High School, Go to College program.
Yeah.
And that program is specifically established, envisioned to expose young boys, young youth to the idea of college. And of course, we know we live in a world where every kid is not going to go to college, but it's just the thought process that I'm worth enough to go to college.
That reminds me of the AVID program. I'm top
Right.
AVID. And so AVID got to have it. I came up with that slogan. Yeah, you got to put that thought process into their minds and help them to believe it and achieve it. So
Right.
that's wonderful.
Right, yes ma'am. And so we've had two, of course, COVID affected one, but we were running two mentoring programs within our chapter. We were working with our youth more so in the Nash County area through our High Chair to Higher Education program. And again, when COVID hit, it kind of altered some things because it just changed the trajectory and the dynamics of kids during the day. Like kids are now like at home virtual learning. We also have an Alpha Academy that serves predominantly students in Edgecombe County, but we do have students from other counties like Wilson County and Nash County as well. So we have two programs that are designed to reach our youth, designed to work with our young males, to increase their capacity, to develop them as leaders, and to provide them the keys to a world that maybe they have been locked out of for quite some time.
Oh, wow, that's excellent. Okay. So you want to elaborate a little bit?
Well,
Add on to that?
Well,
That's a lot in there.
that's good. My brother Jenkins here, he explained our programs very well. We've been doing high chair to higher education for quite some time, probably even when I was in school. So
Yeah.
you're talking at least since the year 2004, and it was ongoing up until COVID ever since. 2014, no, what year we started Alpha Academy?
4 years ago, so 2019.
2019, yeah. So
Okay.
we have an Alpha Academy program that's 4 years old now. It's been doing great as well. And as he stated, up until COVID, that's when we had to kind of pivot with our programs a little.
So is that program during the school year, or is it something added on for the summer to keep them occupied during the summer? Or and do you have like tutoring programs and things like that?
It's a year-round program.
Oh, wow.
We do have breaks scheduled in, especially with Alpha Academy. High Chair to Higher Education was more so it followed the school year as for the school systems. Mentoring and tutoring, we definitely offer those in High Chair to Higher Education. However, Brother Jenkins does a little bit more of the mentoring through Alpha Academy now.
Right.
So, tutoring, do you?
We don't do so much like tutoring in our Alpha Academy. The real focus is on leadership and scholarship and mentorship. And so, but the program, the relationships that we build with kids is if you need academic support. Our fraternity, our chapter is loaded with scholars. And so you should never not have an area that you don't feel supported in. And so I'm really proud to say it's not, we don't go out looking for the best and the brightest, but our kids do really well academically. Like, it's very common for us to have multiple kids with 4.0 GPAs or higher. And so we place a real emphasis on holistic, like, wellness. So we don't want you just to be great athletes, and we don't want you to be just great students. We want you to be great people. And so we try to design our program in a way that we're reaching every area of every kid.
I think that's great, and that leadership is so important, because sometimes you find kids that are trouble. Sometimes they're the best leaders. They just are going in the wrong direction. So if you can turn that around,
That's right.
you're really making a difference.
That's right.
And that's longevity as well. And then, you know, their peers are looking at them.
That's right.
And then that makes it easier for you.
That's right.
Okay.
Lady J, I wanted to expand upon one of the things that Brother Jenkins was doing, particularly with that oratorical contest. They had it in middle school and high school. We got an opportunity to have them come over to St. Mark and bless us during the morning service. We were blown away. I want Brother Jenkins to talk a little bit more about that. But that was an outstanding research on behalf of these young people, and they were the oratorical winners for the middle school and high school level. But that was awesome.
Fantastic. Please share that, please.
Yeah, so every year, and again, as President Davis said, our Alpha Academy program is only 4 years old, and so oratorical has been happening for years in our chapter. And so that's just one of the pieces that we just wanted to make sure that our young men had a chance to participate in. Being able to stand before people and articulate how you feel. But we kind of wanted to take it to another level and not just give kids, you know, easy topics, so to speak. We gave them topics that would force them to go out and research, collect data. And all of the topics are somehow or another related to the trajectory and the well-being of African American males, whether it be incarceration rates, whether it be just how the justice system is inconsistent sometimes as it relates to our young boys, particularly young boys of color. Even some of the topics were related around like school safety and just how how things are just different now in schools. And so our kids, they go home and they have about 3 weeks to not only research, but then to write the speech. And then a lot of them have to stand and deliver to an audience for the first time.
And that's difficult.
That's difficult.
You know,
I tell them all the time.
That's the number one fear of all people. You know, you can say, okay, well, you do TV, or you're a teacher, or whatever, or a preacher.
I tell them that at that age, I would have struggled to do what I'm asking them to do. And so that's the point, right? You push them out of their comfort zone. And so when we have an average of about 12, 13 kids who stand up and speak on topics that directly relate to them and their life trajectory, it's just powerful. And so it's really competitive. And so there's cash awards for the winners, which I think is a little bit motivational as well.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right.
And so at the end of the year, on our awards day, we recognize all of the winners with their medals and those things. So it's one of the personal highlights for me to see kids pushed out of their comfort zones and deliver such powerful speeches.
And did you by any chance videotape anything?
So last year, I'll be honest, we lived the oratorical competition through our chapter Facebook page. This year we did not live it because the brother who was kind of going to do the technological stuff had like an emergency come up. So we didn't live it this year, but if you go to our Facebook page, you can watch last year's oratorical competition on our chapter Facebook
Actually,
page.
we streamed it, brother.
Oh, really?
So we streamed the entire service.
Yeah. So the speeches that the winning speeches that they did at his church are accessible.
Now, you have something else that's coming up, a scholarship program. Tell me about
Super
that.
excited about it. I'm going to turn it over to Ian Davis, our president, to talk more about that. But, you can see right beside him, we just celebrated our chapter anniversary, so we're super excited about that. But as we're marching now towards our scholarship gala to really recognize some of our scholars within the various counties that we represent. So you talked about Edge, talked about Edgecombe, talked about Nash, Halifax, and Wilson County. We really want to put emphasis and let people know about our scholarship. And we're going to be culminating that with our gala.
Right.
President's going to talk a little bit.
Yeah, so every year we have a scholarship gala. We started this back in about 2017, and we've done it annually up until COVID, of course.
Stop everything.
It's not everything. So from that year, 2020, we couldn't do it that year. We did 2 scholarship presentations where we still awarded 4 young men scholarships in the amount of $1,000. Yeah, so 2 of those, and now here we are in 2023 trying to get the ball rolling again, continue where we left off before COVID.
Okay, so can you give me information about, is there an application? What about deadlines? And any information you can give us?
Yes, so there is an application that all the young men in the communities can fill out. Our good brother Jenkins here is also the head chair of determining those and going through those applications, but they are at all public schools in Nash, Rocky Mount Systems, Edgecombe, Halifax, and Wilson County. So we have the scholarships available, I guess, with the guidance counselors at all of those schools.
Okay.
The deadline is April the 23rd, and of course we award, if the school has a presentation, we'll award it to them there. And we also do it at our annual gala, where it's the main revenue generator for those scholarships.
That is outstanding. Okay, so I'm going to put that information up so you guys can see, about the deadlines, the name of the scholarship, and you can contact the counselors in the schools for the application so that you can apply for it. And I advise you to work with someone who could listen to you and what your concept is and look over it and make sure before you send it in. Yeah, because the more eyes that you have on something is so critical, because sometimes we look at it over and over and over and we see it, we see the mistakes we make, but somebody else will catch it even more than what we do.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to you guys coming out to our gala as well. For some of you that may not have children, or you just want to come out and get dressed up and really have a good time, we're definitely looking forward to it. It's a catered event. Where are we hosting it this year?
It's at Nash Community College.
Yeah.
Nash Community College on June the 17th.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we have to do a follow-up here.
Absolutely.
Because I need to know who won.
Okay.
And we'll
Absolutely.
rebroadcast something else about that, because you're doing a great thing, and you have one of the best leaders ever, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Come on now. You done some research, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'll tell you a little secret. I was a State of North Carolina Martin Luther King Jr. Commissioner appointed by the governor for 10 years.
Wow.
So I know my research on Dr.
There
King.
you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
very
yeah.
nice.
So you all just do it all. And you're
she's
making the
coordinating
world a
with
better
us.
place.
Look how she's
I
coordinating.
had to do this.
Get on black. Come on now.
Yeah, I had to bring my little alpha out. That's right.
That's
So
all
I'm
right.
so proud of you guys, because our kids need to see the positive side. They see so much of the negative, the inappropriate. You're all professional. You look professional. See, the first thing people look at, everybody, is how you look. Now you gotta get rid of the little bonnets and the pajama pants. And when you go into the school, you gotta be right.
Yes, ma'am.
Along with the knowledge upstairs, you need to look right, because your first impression is the one that people see when you walk in the room.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you're going to help make things better. You're offering a scholarship to give them the opportunity to move beyond where they are. And you're exposing them to programs and research and other activities that are going to make them better people. Sometimes you will be the only place where they get that. And it's so important for you to keep working. I know it's hard because we're dealing with the world and there's so much out there, but we need you. We need you.
Right.
And continue no matter how hard the struggle is. But I'm going to do my follow-up on you guys. And I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. On behalf of Epsilon Sigma Lambda, thank you so much for
Oh,
taking
you're
time out of your
welcome.
busy schedule to come highlight this great program and work that we're doing in our community. We really appreciate you, ladies.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.
I've got to come back.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lady J's Montage. Thank you for watching.
Black Excellence series, we will highlight the 50 notable members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.